The White House is once again at the center of a political storm as it emerges that President Trump was fully briefed about the dangers of the coronavirus by the Chinese president in a phone conversation on the 6th of February. This is part of the conversation recorded by journalist Bob Woodward for his book, The Following Day.
It goes through air, Bob. That's always tougher than the touch. You know, the touch, you don't have to touch things, right? But the air, you just breathe the air, and that's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus. You know, people don't realize we lose 25,000, 30,000 people a year here. Who would ever think that, right?
I know. It's
pretty amazing. And then I say, well, is that the same thing?
This
is more deadly. This is 5 per, this is 5% versus 1% and less than 1%. So this is deadly stuff.
Yet 3 days later, President Trump told the American public this.
The virus. They're working hard. Looks like by April, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away. I hope that's true.
In another recording on the 17th of March, the president tells Woodward the following.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you...
Sure, I want you to
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to create a panic.
Presidential candidate Joe Biden dismisses this reasoning, insisting the president stands guilty of lying to the American people.
He had the information. He knew how dangerous it was. And while this deadly disease ripped through our nation, he failed to do his job on purpose. It was a life and death betrayal of the American people. Experts say that if he had acted just 1 week sooner, 36,000 people would have been saved. If he acted 2 weeks sooner, back in March, 54,000 lives would have been spared in March and April alone.
But now President Trump continues to insist he saw and sees his role as a cheerleader.
The last thing you want to do is create a panic in the country. This was a horrible thing. It was sent to us by China. Should not have happened, should never have happened. This is a disgusting, terrible situation that was foisted upon us, and we have to show. We just don't want to use the best word is panic. We don't want to have to show panic. We're not going to show panic. And that's exactly what I did.
As the death toll in the United States nears 200,000, the latest revelations are certain to fuel the debate about President Trump's response to the virus or lack of it. It can no longer be argued that President Trump did not know of the dangers posed by the virus, and the response of an American people that have been publicly misled may well be measured in the November poll. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, Washington.